Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We're going to be talking about Caramel Sunday's Lavender Oat Latte. Now, I did purchase this candle during their March restock, and this is one of the fragrances that's going to be available this Sunday in their April restock. It will be available in this 2-wick format, like the one you see in front of you, and it will also be available in a 4-wick 40-ounce vessel. This format that you're looking at retails for $31.99. The 4-wick retails for $64.99. Both of those include the cost of shipping. And if you guys didn't know this, you might want to make sure that you're part of Caramel Sunday's rewards program, because the more that you shop with them, you do build points and you can redeem those points for additional percentages off. I think it's up to 15% off of your purchase. So make sure you're also signed up for their early access text alerts, so that way you get 2 minutes of early access to shop. Also wanted to let you guys know that even though I did purchase this candle, I am a Caramel Sundays brand ambassador. They do not send PR, they do not do sponsored videos, and I do not receive a commission based off of any sales. Basically, all that means is that I am able to pre-order a lot of fragrances at a discount. So wanted to put that out there. So let's go ahead and talk about this fragrance, because this is one that I was really intrigued by. And to be honest, a little bit of a spoiler alert, I'm really glad that they're bringing this one back. The fragrance notes are listed as top notes of lavender, sugar, sweet condensed milk, mid notes of warm oats, lilac, pralines, and bottom or base notes of cinnamon, blonde coffee roast. So, if you guys happen to have seen my Friday 5 video last week, I did touch on this candle and I love it, right? I I, I draw a comparison. If you are somebody who likes Bath and Body Works pink lavender and espresso, but if you're like me and have really tried to prioritize burning 100% soy wax candles, maybe non-toxic ingredients, which are what Caramel Sundays is known for, then I feel like this fragrance is going to scratch the itch. I don't feel like it's an exact dupe, but it's like a sibling, to be honest with you guys. The lavender note that I pick up in here is not overly astringent or like, I almost want to say like herbal or aromatherapy type. Oftentimes we see lavender and we think of that as being a very like calming spa-like fragrance. And while you do still smell lavender in here, it's kind of like there's a sweetness to it. Like I would say, if you're familiar with lavender marshmallow from Bath and Body Works, if you've ever smelled that fragrance, it's in that same vein. Now, to me personally, you guys, and this is just my own personal preferences, um, a lot of Bath and Body Works fragrances smell very artificial to my nose, and they're too like synthetic. Especially since I would say over the last year, I have really prioritized burning a lot of 100% soy or non-tox types of candles. It's funny when you start burning like fragrances that are not part of like mass market um, blends, your nose starts to change, and you do, at least for me, I have found that I've been able to pick up on some of those differences. However, going back to the overall fragrance of this is not just a pure lavender scent, because it does have an element of a coffee note. The coffee, it says here in the base notes that it's a blonde coffee roast, and I would agree with that. I think that this is where this one, I say it's like a sister to the pink lavender and espresso, because that fragrance has more of like a strong, deeper coffee type of note in it. Whereas this one is definitely a lighter roast type of coffee. I actually prefer this one a little bit more. And another note that I actually pick up in this fragrance when it is burning is there's a little bit more warmth to this fragrance. Those mid notes of warm oats. I don't really detect lilac in here. And you guys know I love me a good lilac fragrance, particularly this time of year. My nose doesn't pick up on lilac. And the pralines in here, there's nothing really nutty in this fragrance to my nose. I do think that the praline note is probably, in addition to the warm oats, giving this fragrance a little bit of that additional warmth. Base note of cinnamon, nah, I don't really smell any spice. But again, those top notes of lavender, sugar, sweet condensed milk, not moat, what on earth? I was just looking at my notes there and I saw the warm oats kind of like blended together. That's what happens when your eyes get a little bit old. But anyways, the top notes of lavender, sugar, sweet condensed milk, that is what is giving this kind of that almost like lavender marshmallow type of vibe, more so than, again, that very astringent herbal lavender. I really, really like this fragrance, you guys. This is, I would say, like, it's funny. The other few weeks ago, while I was on my break, I was actually thinking of fragrances that I've liked from other brands, but now that I'm prioritizing burning soy wax, I wish that I could, get certain fragrances in 100% soy wax brands. And one of them that I was thinking of was pink lavender and espresso. And then, of course, then Caramel Sundays launched this one. And that's that, right? I feel like this one definitely scratches that itch for me. I think that I actually enjoy it a little bit more. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. So you can see it's burning well for me. I've got a nice solid wax pool. The wicks are performing beautifully for me. They're not burning too aggressively hot. This candle has been lit for, I would say about an hour and a half, and burning quite well. Now, do keep in mind, you guys, that I do burn my candles in hurricanes. I'm starting to preach this a little bit more, but I do believe that if you are somebody who really has a preference for soy wax candles, and I'm not talking about soy para blends, I'm talking about like 100% soy wax, I personally would encourage you to look into hurricanes, and there's a variety of price points that you can find those. I bought one recently off of Amazon, but I know that you can find them at high-end retailers like Pottery Barn. You can find them at Ashley Furniture. You can find them also at a lower price point at like Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, excuse me. So, I personally think that they're a worthy investment if you are somebody who likes 100% soy wax candles, because that type of wax formula does need the wax needs to get hot in order for the fragrance oils to start throwing. Strength and throw on this candle, you guys, I'm going to give the strength of this candle probably about like a 6.5, and the throw is also going to be probably, I would say, around a 7. Now, that is me burning it in a hurricane. Personally, you guys, this particular fragrance in this size vessel in a 2-wick performs best for me in the closed concept spaces of my home. So this one performs quite well when I have burned it in my master bedroom, which has lower ceilings. When I walk into the room, when I am burning this in there, it fills up that space. It is definitely noticeable. It's going to feel like a stronger fragrance in a closed concept. However, when I burn it out in my living room, which has like 20-foot high vaulted ceilings, the fragrance is still detectable, but it's not as strong. Now, that is in this vessel. I personally have found that, it's kind of a game of not only the size vessel, but also the fragrance blend in and of itself. For myself, this Sunday, I am planning to repurchase this candle in the 4-wick format because, one, I know I love the fragrance enough, but two, I could also see myself setting that aside and burning this fragrance more so as like a January, like February fragrance. This is a scent that I really like. I know that I always like pink lavender and espresso after the holidays, and I feel like I want to have this in my collection for that time. But the 4-wick fragrance, I feel like might give me just a little bit more strength and throw, but I'm still out of the 4-wick, not anticipating that that is going to be like a strength and throw of a 9. I feel like the fragrance blend in and of itself is probably like a high medium in terms of the strength that my nose would perceive. And truthfully, I think that's perfect. But I am wondering if the 4-wick in a hurricane would throw even better for me. I really, really like this fragrance, you guys. It's a beautiful scent, but I will just say that if you're wanting to burn this in an open concept space, I would probably encourage you to go with the 4-wick. But if you are somebody who likes to burn your candles in more closed concept spaces, then I think the 2-wick is going to be satisfactory, particularly if you burn it in a hurricane. So yeah, you guys, this one does get 2 thumbs up from me. I am Really, really excited that they brought this one back. Keep in mind, you guys, that this April restock as well as the May restock are going to be the last restocks that Caramel Sundays is doing for like spring and so they're actually really focusing now more so on summer fragrances. I think this one was so popular last time that that's why they're bringing it back. But really, we only have two more like warm weather fragrance restocks with the brand until they launch fall in June, which sounds absolutely crazy right now for us to already be thinking about that. But here we are, you guys. We're already almost to mid-April, which is hard to believe. Um, but yeah, this one, you guys, definitely two thumbs up from me. Again, is it going to be a powerhouse? No. But is it going to be a beautiful fragrance? Yes. And my other fragrance suggestion to pair this with, because you guys know I love me my candle combos. If you want a complimentary fragrance to this one, oat milk and pistachio, chef's kiss perfection. Absolutely beautiful. So let me know in the comment section down below if you purchased this candle during the last restock. Is this one on your wish list to pick up? I would be very curious to know. Please hit thumbs up if you found this review helpful. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.